For joining me in my social media chat. Today we're actually going to be going over the social dilemma. So I don't know if you guys have checked it out yet, but it's a new documentary on Netflix, and it's basically tech experts from Silicon Valley come together and talk about how social media is changing our lives. If you haven't seen this documentary already, I would highly suggest for you to schedule some time on your weekend to watch it. I think it's important for everyone to be aware of what's going on so that we're informed, we know what these technology companies are doing, and we need to hold them accountable for the sake of humanity. One thing I really took away was the fact that they mentioned three main goals that the algorithm looks for that causes your page to rank on social media. So those three facting rankers are growth, engagement, and advertising. So that means that Instagram and Facebook are ranking your post where it shows up on someone else's feed based on how you're growing, how you're engaging, and if you're advertising. So that pretty much tells me if you're not advertising, then you're kind of missing out. So now I'll go into some of the issues that were addressed that personally stuck with me. So one of the things was the mental health of really young kids, 10 or 11-year-olds that are starting to have mental health issues at earlier ages, and psychologists have linked that to social media usage. Kids are becoming more depressed, the suicide rates are up. I mean, there's real mental issues going on here, and this is not something that we should just sit around and be like, oh well, there's something that needs to be done about it. The other issue that was mentioned was the spread of fake news. I don't know if you guys have seen these or have wondered, why does that person think this way? I've seen all this kind of information about this. What they told us is that you actually see different results and different posts based on your behaviors. So it's not about what's real, it's about what's popular at that moment. So AI or artificial intelligence not able to distinguish between truth and lies. So you're just seeing the content that is performed the best, and fake news sadly spreads, I think it's 6 to 7 times faster than real news. The other issue that I really agreed with was the fact that social media is losing its original purpose of being a place for everyone to connect. At this point, since advertising is a big factor in the mix, advertisers are paying for consumers' attention. That means that it doesn't matter if you're being original or creative. If you're paying money for people to see your posts, Facebook and Instagram are going to make that happen. To me, that's a really big issue because I was called on Instagram, for example, because I love the creative aspect of it and sharing photos with my friends and being able to leave nice comments and sharing messages. But I've noticed that that original sense of innocence and real connection has really changed over the years with social media. We're at a point where advertisers are paying for people's attentions, and the value for people's attentions isn't going away anytime soon. So with those issues addressed, I think that it's important to try to figure out how we can do better. There was one point in the documentary where they mentioned that these tech designers now have the ability to control aspects of our lives, behaviors, and to change who we are. The creator of Facebook Likes even mentioned when they first created this tool, they never thought that teens would get depressed from it. The original purpose was to bring positivity and love and to spread kindness, but they didn't know that it would lead to the issues that we're having today. So if they're realizing that these issues are happening and that these tech designers really do have the strong influence on the human population, then I really think that they should have psychologists work alongside them and make sure that they're designing something that's not detrimental to human health. If the platforms that they're managing really do have this powerful influence on people's behaviors and their thoughts, then I think it's just common sense to have professionals who are actually able to accurately predict people's behaviors or know about certain triggers that may be detrimental to people. The key moving forward is to figure out how we can do that humanely and to use humane technology. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next social media chat.